seeing the importance of, you could call on whoever you want to, you know, you could pray, talk to your ancestors, whatever, the whole nines. If it says that you are not supposed to move until 3 years from now to learn X, Y, and Z, you will not be moved. Slightly something I don't want to admit about myself. The stars align for you. I need to release this. I need to get this out. Don't suppress that. Don't suppress your soul to make anybody feel comfortable or accept you. Accept yourself first. Choose yourself first. How much can I say? Welcome back. I'm Allicia, i.e. Allicia J, the walking talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a better day or just some comfort during the holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. Are you ready for Christmas? Comment, are you ready for Christmas? Let me know. So today, I'm gonna keep the intro short. I just wanted to go over like lessons that I've learned this year. So if I look this way, it's because I'm looking at what I wrote down. Kind of just want to stay concise and keep the video short. And this should be Vlogmas 2. Okay. So the first thing that I learned, I'm gonna start with something like more superficial. The first thing that I learned this year was how to, you might hear it raining outside, okay? That's what it is. Thunder and rain. Rain and thunder. Baby, it's thundering outside. And it's cold. So the first thing that I want to say that I learned this year is how to perfect like my look and what works better on me. And the older I get, the better I'm getting at it. So my color palette, things like this, is now making more sense, and I'm able to make it look more harmonious. Black hair again is gonna change another color probably by next season, but you know, I'm seeing the things that really work and pull the look together as a whole. I don't have my nails done today, but giving them a break. But yeah, things like that, it just comes together as a whole. So that's my class ring, just in case somebody, I'm not engaged. Yeah, so just being able to analyze my color palette. I am a, wait, hold on y'all, I'm not a winter, I'm an autumn. I'm a dark autumn, deep autumn. I'm an autumn. I'm not the soft one though, because my eyes are darker, my hair is naturally darker, and those colors just always work for me instead of washing me out. So I've been learning like all those little things like that, and when you kind of combine them, just take bits and pieces and you don't overdo it, you know, you can really like glow up in a way that people are like, wow. And I don't know what's going on with my hair, but I like messy hair. So folks, I like big voluminous messy hair, so just get the vibe. Another thing that I learned this year was pure focus. How to have pure focus on one thing at a time. As Aries, this is very difficult for me. I like to put all my eggs, you know, everywhere. Like Easter, okay? Just throw them everywhere. I don't believe in putting your eggs in one basket. This year, I learned to focus on the things that matter the most to me and prioritize them. And I am going to be working on I haven't gotten to it, but I've been talking to my brother about it like a couple of months ago, to make like an actual 5-year plan. It's just something that I never believed in, but now I'm really seeing the importance of, you need to make a 5-year plan. And even if that's overwhelming for you, just look at the stuff, note down the things, and rate, like figure out a rating system to see what area of your life, or what areas of your life that are the top 2 or 3. I did that for myself personally, and now I understand like what I need to focus on. These 1 or 2 things, get them out the way. I almost have 1 done, which is good, and then I'll be moving on to something else. So that's something I learned this year. Third thing, major concept, destiny. So this year I learned that you can't really compare your life to other people's lives. So it's gonna get deeper and deeper the more I go, you guys. So yeah, one thing I learned about this year is destiny, and I think my theory on destiny is proven right. Is my lights on? Y'all, the reindeer lights are on. You could barely see them though. Yeah, this concept, you know, to some people believe in it, some people don't believe in it. Some people only believe in it when it comes to like love and certain things like that in their life. But you guys, I think my theory about destiny has proven to be very true. There are so many things about this life that we cannot know. Like God knows exactly how things kind of come together, and you know how everything like has a plan, you know. Only God can orchestrate that and understand how to like that operation works, right? I feel like we try to understand it, and I think we only understand maybe about 5% of what God understands how this goes. And even though that 5% is very valuable, is nothing like what God knows. It's just not gonna like be the same capacity for us. But I do believe that even though you have the, you know, power, free will, things like this to change and manifest a new life, your dreams and things like this, I do believe there's a small portion of our contract that we made with the Most High to live in this body and be a human being in this lifetime. I do believe that there's a small fine print that is your destiny. You have no control over what Most High, I don't really like say the word God, but the Most High has in store for you. I don't know if that's a part of the human experience. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if that's just like a default, but there's a small print of destiny, and I feel like that can't be, it's fixed. It won't change. It might be in your astrological chart, depending on your north node is probably a good sign of how your life, you know, kind of is gonna go. But I forgot the name. If I could find the channel, she goes over like what is your karma in this lifetime. I think she uses sidereal astrology though. So like if you want to be like some people want to win the lottery or become a millionaire or something overnight, if that is not in your destiny, my friends, that small 10%, 20%, it might say something like only has the capacity to, you know, live well, but not live like in the top 10% or some crazy, like just super exaggerated thing like that. Guess what? In this lifetime, it's just not gonna happen. And you have to come to terms and acceptance of that, which could be really hard. And also, you know, our time is not the same as God's time, the universe's time. So that's also written in that destiny. And you could call on whoever you want to. You know, you could pray, talk to your ancestors, whatever. The whole nines. If it's not for you yet, if the contract that you have with the Most High and all of these other spiritual guides, if it says that you are not supposed to move until 3 years from now to learn X, Y, and Z, you will not be moved. And that's destiny. That has something to do with how the stars align for you. And it doesn't make sense to you. It don't even make sense to me. A lot of the time I be getting frustrated, but I've learned how to not get frustrated with it and just kind of like do the next thing I'm going to talk about. Slightly something I don't want to admit about myself. I've struggled with being vulnerable and having emotions and sharing emotions. I have shared so many emotions this year, of course, with someone that I love and trust. It is insane. I feel like I've been a crybaby, and that's pretty much the next lesson that I learned. Be a fucking crybaby. Cry your eyes out, man. Scream. Feel the anger. Release the anger. Release the stress. Release the resentment. Release these things. I know a lot of times, like, we have people in our lives that try to teach us how to be strong, and so they say stuff like, you know, stop all that crying, stop all that, you know, and that's kind of how I had it when I was younger. But that taught me that these feelings and these emotions are nasty, icky, distasteful. I've even had it to where I felt the vibes from another person being in disgust, like, about how emotional I was being at the time, and that completely made me grow up, not wanting to share my emotions. I often used to think that sharing my emotions with other people was just spreading more negativity. Like, even if it was a phone call to a friend about something that I've gone through, I'm spreading that negativity. I'm spreading that vermin. Just it's like, I hate to put this in somebody's mind, but like, imagine like a rotten animal and just maggots are just spreading. Like, that's how I felt sharing emotions with people. And of course, I have trust issues. Who fucking doesn't? Along with all of that, my defense mechanism is just, we're gonna get into that. My defense mechanism now it's a healthy way. It was an unhealthy way, and I see it in other people now, and I understand how far I have come, child, because it ain't I'm not perfect. I've learned how to release my anger. That's another one. Anger that comes out of nowhere. I've learned how to release that. I've learned how to release these things in a proper way. How to communicate my frustration at the moment without making, like, keeping it at a 2 and not making it like a 7, if that makes sense. And just anybody watching this, when you feel that anger, or when you feel that stress, or you feel that sadness somebody is making you feel, you need to ask them, why would you say something like that to me? You need to express, release, say, this is making me feel uncomfortable, the way you talking to me, the way you, like, whatever it is, you need to say it. If something in your mind goes, oh, if I say this, it's just gonna make things bad and like start an argument or make things negative, stop doing that to your spirit for other people. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, it's gonna make you full of like emotions that are so bottled up, and then 4 or 5 years, 10 years down the line, explode, and you don't know what's going on with you. Like, you were probably like sweet like pudding, and the next thing you know, you start bitching people out, road rage, like all types of stuff. When you feel something, I'm telling you right now, give yourself permission. Give your soul permission to let it out. Don't be caring about these people's feelings, because a lot of times they don't give a shit about yours. Don't be caring about these people's feelings. Put yours ahead of that. Okay? And whether you a crybaby, you boo-boo, you boo-hoo, 24/7, whatever, your body is telling you, I need to release this. I need to get this out. Don't suppress that. Don't suppress your soul to make anybody feel comfortable or accept you. Accept yourself first. Choose yourself first. that's how other people choose you. Next thing that I learned going into that is I can trust myself. And I love a lot of people like, yeah, shit, I trust myself. No, you probably, some people, like, you may think you trust yourself, but you really don't. Defense mechanism that I was done wrong by a lot of people in my life. I have stories. Okay, I have stories, you guys. And what I did was, I don't know if I noticed one of my parents emotionally retract or distance themselves, but I just learned how to distance myself, burn bridges. Hey, you know, that to me is nothing, and it's still nothing, but I know how to do it healthily. Communicate to a person first about the issue. You got X number of times of my attempts, and if that's it, that is it. It ain't no I'm gonna keep, it's not no you gonna keep me in this cycle. No. So I have boundaries now, but I don't just ghost and distance and you don't know what the hell happened, and I don't do that. If I get disappointed, if I want you to do something, if I need to ask something, I'll let you know. If you don't do it, if you don't care, you don't give a shit, or you got problems of your own, I don't know, and you're not communicating, you gonna get left behind. That's they say no child left behind, but child, you gonna get left behind. That's it. I don't do stuff like that, okay? So now I just have boundaries with what I tolerate. It's not so much I am distancing myself from people. It's I distance myself from the right people. I mean the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go into much about exactly what happened, maybe later, because I do not want someone watching this and thinking it's about them. But within this year, I had put myself in a situation where I knew that I was going to be more vulnerable than I ever have been, because I just don't fuck with people like that. I don't, unless I want to. And I put myself through that situation, and the results were not, the vibe did not give what I wanted it to from the start. So how much can I say? As logical as I went into it, and not so like half emotional, half logical, very balanced, I went into this decision. I knew what I was getting myself into, and I knew that the outcome could go left, right? And with vulnerability comes the outcome of possibly, you know, being shitted on again, being disappointed again, very disappointed in a lot of things. I might do a part 2 to this, because I feel like there's some other stuff that I did learn as well within this, just this one thing that I was trying to focus on and do. And I won't say I failed. I don't feel like I failed. I won. That's so typical of Aries. I won. Yeah, I know it's right. But it's more so, I kept hearing from other people, right, that if you have trust issues, more than likely you don't trust yourself either. So let me say that, let me say that again. If you have trust issues, it's because you don't trust yourself either. And it didn't make sense to me. It wasn't resonating, wasn't click-clacking, you know. But cause I was like, I trust myself. No, I doubt myself. I've had people say I doubt myself to me. People who they just come up to me, we meet, and then they start judging my character a little bit, not in a bad way, but just trying to get a feel for me. And they be like, I see you kind of like doubt your potential, you doubt what you are, you doubt that whether it's about like looks or cleverness, whatever. Sometimes I doubt myself, and that's because I dealt with a lot of shit people who purposely want me to be in that mindset, I guess. I'm sure a lot of you who can relate to this have also dealt with a lot of shit people. So I wanted to test this out and say, you've learned a lot of lessons, you've done a lot of healing work, put yourself back out there. I did, and opened up to new relationships, friends, things like that. And as I was doing this, carefully of course, I realized that I can trust myself to get out of a situation quickly, sooner than later, like I did last time. And even though it took me a couple of months to realize that, learn that from the situation, I completely understand that I can trust myself to make the right decisions, have the right boundaries at the right time, not doubt myself, not go back between intuition and logic and, no. 100% trust my intuition on things and stand on it. Are y'all standing on business? Because I stand on business. I stand on business.
Bruh, while I'm watching this back cover my face, bro, so childish, man.
Stand on business, y'all. Okay? No, I'm kidding. But at least with that, I know I can. So if you have trust issues, alright, you probably don't trust yourself to make the right decisions, and you're scared you're gonna make the mistakes again and repeat the cycle, be in a terrible friendship, be in a terrible relationship, whatever it is, traumas in your life, you're scared that you're gonna recreate it and sit in it just as long as you did last time. And a lot of us have, if you're like me, like I said, your defense mechanism is you believe that tucking yourself away and tucking yourself away, isolating, being distant, protects you from a lot of crazy people and drama. And I feel you on that, but that's not a way to really live. And you trust yourself to get back out there at some point. Trust yourself to be comfortable and vulnerable with people that learn how to take your time also, getting to know people and filling them out and seeing how much you can communicate with them and trust them, and look at the small details, because people, if you're like me as well, you're very observant. You just have to get used to your intuition, discernment, and listening to yourself. Not just listen to your heart, not just listening to your head, but what does that little voice tell you that this is a yellow flag, this is a red flag, this is a green one. But these two, they got these five, 6 red flags over here about a person. And when something tell you dip back, you better dip back hard. Even if it don't make sense right away, it will. It will. And you won't put yourself in situations you feel like are gonna waste time out of your life and be, forever, and like put you in a worse state of emotions. And I had to pull out of a situation, and it made me realize, it was like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh crap, I 100% can trust that I will know what to do, when to do, how to do it, how to handle the situation, how to effectively communicate, how to effectively have boundaries. I mastered all of that in this one thing that I was focusing on. balance my emotions, balance my mental. I did all of that. and I don't have to have gone through a long cycle of 6 years, 3 years, extreme emotions, and I have all this unreleased emotions because I don't want to release them at all. And nah, when I was going through the whole situation, I released proper emotions and allowed myself to feel. Allow myself to feel disappointment, allow myself to feel what it was like to be vulnerable, and you still go through the opposing factor of that, or feeling like, dang, I'm let down again, you know. I allowed myself to go through all that, so now at the end of it, and seeing that it didn't work, I can just let go like it's nothing. I don't have any losses. I just have another win, which is choosing myself. So yeah, I might do a part 2 to these. I don't know, but yeah, a part of Vlogmas day 2. Hope you guys can see the reindeers. And this is what I learned this year. So what did you learn this year? Please comment and like. What did you learn this year? What have people taught you? What messages have you gotten from the Most High or your crossover loved ones? How did they come to you? How did you get the messages? How did you learn, feel like you defeated the lessons, you know, that might have been hitting you upside the head like 50, 11 times like me? How did you feel like you finally like put a cap on it, deleted, complete, done? X-Files. Can't get copyrighted, so can't even play the song anymore on YouTube. Ain't that something? What is YouTube becoming? That's something I learned. A lot of YouTube reuse content, all that messed me up this year too, dude. I can't even explain that to y'all. But yeah, please like this, tell me how you feel, please engage with it. If you engage with it, I know you like it, I like it, we both like it. Yeah, happy holidays, and are you enjoying the holidays so far? I hope so. And I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, my teeth look white. They're not that white. Yeah, I guess they are with the proper lighting. So that, where was I at?